favorite podcast you've been a part of and edited?
Oh wow, it actually doesn't exist anymore. But there's a good friend of mine called it got deleted, but there was a good friend of mine called Brody TV who people may not be aware of. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He's a YouTuber from Canada, really good friend of mine, and I only actually knew of him through Brian. And he's very outlandish. I would say if you're not if you've got any boundaries when it comes to humor, don't watch Brody. But we had him on the podcast once, and it was a wild podcast, and I just like editing it, and even right if I went back and watched it now, I would not stop laughing. So, probably that in terms of like what actually was the most entertaining podcast for me to do when I worked with Brian. But also like the Ricky Gervais podcast, I thought was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, how's that Ricky Gervais in person? That's a big star.
Yeah, so I've been lucky enough to meet Ricky Gervais, I think 3 different times, and every time I've met him, he has been nothing but um, a really, really nice guy, really nice, down to earth. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't feel like
Yeah,
he's sort of like this guy that doesn't really, he's like "fuck you, I'm Ricky Gervais" kind of thing. He doesn't have that attitude about him. He's got a very nice demeanor. He's welcoming. Because there's a lot of people that I've met, I won't name names, but even in the YouTube space, some people that think they're just too big for the boots and they'll will look down on other people. Ricky Gervais is definitely not that kind of guy.